All right, ladies and germs, welcome to the Thursday, February 4th, offshoreinsiders.com tailgate party. And, again, I don't like to schedule these because basically I'd rather, as soon as I can get this information out, get it out to you, and, you can watch it on demand rather than live. But anyway, why don't we start it out with, these are the best teams in the NBA as far as overs and unders. The best over team this year. And again, the rankings are based on over-under margin, not necessarily the over-under record. But Brooklyn has gone over 17-6 this year. Yeah, I usually put my phone out. I guess somebody came to my door. Maybe my son is walking my dog. But anyway, Brooklyn's going over 17-6 by an average of 8.4 points per game. Denver's going over 15-5 by an average of 6.5. Indiana over 13-8-1 by an average of 5 points per game. Milwaukee over 13-8 by an average of 4.9 points per game. Best NBA over-under teams as far as under teams are concerned, that is. New York has gone under at a 16-7 rate. Their over record is 7-16, but they've gone under by an average of 7.3. Lakers have gone under 16 of their 22 games this year by an average of 7.2. And Atlanta has gone under 15-6 by an average of 6.5 points per game. And Joe Duffy's picks, we just continue to roll. 3-0 today, 14-6 overall run. Get your winners at offshoreinsiders.com. Joe Duffy's picks, 3 NBA winners for tonight in college basketball. MasterLockLine's been sizzling. Get it all at offshoreinsiders.com. Here are your public moves for today. The biggest public consensus moves in terms of percentage of bets. As always, almost always that is, what do you got? Usually the lower volume games have the highest percentage, and then, of course, road favorites galore, and no exception here. Merrimack, 79% against St. Francis of PA. And then, of course, from the big colleges, road favorite. Arizona, 68% of bets on them. Here's a little bit of a surprise. Remember, the public, I just got done telling you, the public loves road favorites, but here they're going with a home underdog. Wyoming has 63% of the bets on them. It's, those of us who at least like contrarian stuff, and I know some people who like to bet contrarian stuff religiously. The saying is, public dogs go to die, or what do they call them on VSiN? The fading chic favorites or fading chic underdog, whatever the case is. Anyway, the theory being, if you're a contrarian player, that would definitely make Colorado State as the biggest contrarian play of the day, because even when we use contrarian info, it's weighted accordingly. It's not based on pure percentage. It's based on the public relative to the public tendency. So yeah, when you have a big underdog as a public play, it's usually a strong contrarian bet. In terms of money, the biggest bets: Eastern Washington, 99% of the money. Washington State, notice a little pattern there, 96% of the money. Temple, 94% of the money. And that's in part, Cincinnati, we don't even know how many guys are going to be able to suit up tonight. Probably some walk-ons are going to play. And when we talk to line moves, this game's going to pop up again. Gonzaga, 84%. Yeah, the public loves betting on Gonzaga. They love betting on great teams, and a lot of people think they just can't make the lines high enough. Even some sharp minds have been betting on Gonzaga despite the big number this year. NBA, just the usual road favorites. The biggest consensus play, nothing overwhelming, is on the road favorite of Utah. And in fact, getting live updates, it actually dropped. It just dropped a great deal. Now, with the new updates, Memphis is the only one above 60%. Memphis at 64% of the tickets. As far as the amount of money, 98% of the money is on Memphis, and that would be that's it when it comes to consensus plays. All right, Joe Duffy's picks. As we said, we got a 3-0 premium sweep for tonight, 14-6 recently. This is our free pick for tonight. Well, we just talked about this game. Utah Jazz minus the 8 against Atlanta. Away favorites or small underdogs on a nice scoring streak are 366, 236, and 12 for 60.8%. Now, rest dynamics generally benefit the home team. In fact, when a team has more rest, about 66% of the time, it's the home team that's more rested. However, when the road team is more rested, it nullifies the normal home court advantage and creates an offline to the tune of 387, 306, and 9. So, pretty good bet there on the Utah Jazz. All our premium plays at offshoreinsiders.com, Joe Duffy's picks. Biggest line moves, first of all, in the NBA. Memphis opened up as a 1-point favorite to Houston. They're now up to 2.5 points. So, again, with the smaller card, not a lot of substantial moves. Here we are. We kind of teased it. Temple opened up as a 3-point underdog to Cincinnati. They're now a 1.5-point favorite. And in a game that's going to tip off about an hour from when we record this, Southern Illinois, Edwardsville, they open up as a 3-point favorite. That game now a pick'em. And St. Francis of Brooklyn opened up as a 1-point favorite to Wagner. They're now up to 3.5. By the way, Southern Illinois is playing Tennessee State. And Long Island opened up as a 6.5-point favorite to Fairleigh Dickinson. They're now down to a 4.5-point favorite. The favorite team of Oscar Dooley, Moorhead. Murray State opened up as a 1-point favorite to them. They're now a 3-point favorite. And that's really about it. No other really significant line moves. Again, if you like this information, please like us. Another way to show your support for the podcast, all I ask is that you visit DuffyCents.com. That's SCENTS, and DuffyGifts.com, especially with Valentine's Day coming up. You're going to find some really good gifts. Yeah, they're owned by my wife. You probably have figured that out. The scents, though, I'm just telling you, it's, we got these fragrances, and I've got one in my office, a little heater, I think they call them, or whatever. I guess they don't use the word burner. It just makes my office smell great. And again, I want to emphasize they don't promote themselves as aromatherapy. That's not what Duffy Scents is about. She's an authorized Scentsy dealer, but again, I don't know if it's a placebo. I don't know if there's any science behind it, but it relaxes me, and especially over the last year or so, it's been a little stressful. But please visit Duffy Scents, as in SCENTS, and Duffy Gifts. And I do want to, I'm sorry, I apologize there. Somebody posted a message, I blew it. Let's see if I can get this message up. What was the free play from Georgia Power? Yeah, we do have software that enables, regardless of where you're watching it from, come on and, you can interact with us. But, of course, as we said, we don't schedule it. All right, we'll give Georgia Power the benefit of the doubt there. We said the Utah Jazz against maybe your Atlanta Hawks. But again, you can listen to this entire podcast video for all kinds of sharp information, especially if you're a do-it-yourself guy. And please visit offshoreinsiders.com for vetted sportsbooks, where to bet.